is in a much better place.
Yeah, he was in a very much better place for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in a better place. Misha's probably gonna join you.
Mm-hmm.
Ray got proposed to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That happened.
Mm-hmm.
A lot happened last episode, and obviously Ray said no, because obviously Ray said no. So we had some interesting shenanigans happening last episode, and we're into a new arc, and yeah, the king made a deal with Ray. Basically, he wants her to work for him, and because there's stuff that's going on, and he's trying to stop it, which he's actually a pretty decent dude. So far, in my opinion, besides Ray parents, one of the only decent parents. And that's saying a lot, because a lot of these parents have been decent at all. Yeah. So that happened, and yeah, so we're gonna read some comments, and then we're actually really close. We're like this much away to be done with
It's
book
like
2.
the size of a manga.
It's like the size of a manga.
We have about the size of a manga
We have a
left.
size of a manga left, so that's pretty freaking exciting. I don't know exactly where it's going to go from here. I'm assuming there's gonna be more interesting stuff going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out and see what you all are saying here. So we have McPix448. Lily, Vray, and Claire do make the best comedy trio love triangle. Never get enough of them.
Right.
Lily's great. Okay, like honestly, Lily's so sweet, but she's got those like little spicy lines, and she's just. I'm like, wait, what did you just say? It's like, okay, all right, I got you. Michaela, I like this part of the light novel well enough, but the manga really elevates the dance scene. We get to generally charming Rod. That just makes me like, what? Moment where he calls you his cute little sister, and Madira's use internal thoughts while she's dancing. There's also an extra scene at the end where you and Misha reunited the convent, which made me cry. Okay, why did you put this in here?
Right.
Yu's story was tragedy that thanks to Ray and her friends became a fairy tale. It's the first moment it became a recurring part of the story, overcoming destiny and finding true happiness.
I love that.
I know. Vegas says, I really love Ray and Claire's conversation here. Ray, I think my parents would understand. Claire, of course they would understand. Your parents are wonderful people. I'm so glad I had the chance to meet them. I also especially love Yu's reveal in the falling action in the manga. Just after Yu's reveal, they add a scene where Yu sees Misha again at the convent. It's so sweet it made me cry. I want to see it!
Right.
Speaking of the manga, another milestone of sorts is coming up. You're almost at the spot where the last manga chapter left off. Of course, the manga hasn't ended like the anime did. It's still updating once every month, but the point is you're about to overtake it in terms of what's covered in the story. That's quite something. Michaela again. Lily's quite the character, huh? So adorable and innocent, yet she has the vicious side to her. And why does she have those bracelets that could change your appearance? I was wondering too. I'm like, does she use those on a regular basis? Who knows? Probably nothing to worry about. She's just so cute. I don't like the way you said that. I hope nothing happens to her. Zoe says, yay, the start of the Secret Service investigation mini-act. The beginning of the drama is on the horizon. For now, we have the spy antics as well as Ray showing off her former life skills. This is part of the story always makes me feel the need to hug Lily. She's just adorable and sweet, and I want to protect her from the drama that— Thank you for telling me that there's drama so I can prepare. Also, Lord Wedge is definitely a character that deserves an oily salesman voice or a sniffling politician voice. So I look forward— so he's a real piece of work. I'll think about that. Alright, we have Jenner's the harmonica player. Thane will surely appear the next time you read, and you will find out more about his mother. In this act, they tell you more about the parents of the princes, the king, queen, mushroom, and the mother of Rod and Thane. And then we have Jeffrey... Oh my god. Jeffrey Manaba. Hi, there is a manga volume 6 to 8 that continues a show after episode 12, and after the 68 manga Love with Villainess next, I think the light novel or a different story. And we got Blue Butterfly. Toward the end, I noticed you were a bit confused on who was speaking. It was Lily. She sometimes refers to herself in third person. Oh my god! I love Lily even more now.
Good to know.
This is the first Ray actually lost her temper with Claire. That's very true. Making this the closest I've ever come to an actual fight. This is why I don't particularly like Rod. Dude refused to take the hint and started all the drama for nothing. I mean, he's Prince Ron. That's what he does. Ginger Cat. Yay, you. Finally get to see you as she should always have been. You will join the nuns at the convent. Hopefully Misha can persuade her parents to let her join you. It'll be interesting if we get to see how this once hidden Yuri art progresses. Queen Cow Droppings was a nun pleaded with her plans for plans for being dashed. I would not be surprised if she was the one who ordered Ray's food poison. I wouldn't put it past her. the way she acted was like, While Ray was a guest at His Majesty's pleasure, she sounded like the type to do so.
Ooh.
Claire, I'm still clumsy, Ray. Your clumsiness gave me a precious glimpse of your underwear.
Oh,
Like,
no.
not fair. I want to play Yuri Yuri too. Oh my god, I loved the Yuri Yuri thing as well. Who would have thought we'd get a gay Lily wanting Yuri Yuri and a Yuri? Shocking, Ray. I need Claire to be bold and bad. Claire, bold and where? What in the world are you talking about? Just get a room already, you ugly shellfish. Yes! Me, Ray, control yourself. Lily continues to be such a sweet, fun character. The Lainey of I'm in love with the villainous world. I agree with that. More progress for Claire. She openly acknowledged Ray generally loves her. Their different views about marriage is interesting. It's nice to see King Lasol is okay with what happened. He's probably torn between curing the curse and his wife's wishes, with the power of the church and his wife being a cardinal. The king would have been reluctant to upset her and risk ending up at odds with the church. That's actually a really delicate balance, right? Because Mushroom is actually a pretty important character, even though she's also sometimes cow droppings. The church would have enough power to influence and create problems for the monarchy. Like getting people to stop paying taxes or triggering an uprising can be seen in European history. So now Ray, Claire, and Lily are part of the King's Secret Service and assigned to the task of investigating Dole Whip and Chancellor Moldy Salad dressing for corruption. After Ray's conversation with Dole Whip, which resulted in Ray becoming Claire's maid, I think Ray involved in whatever Dole Whip is scheming. Ray is now a more valuable position for Dole Whip, his spy in the investigation. Calling her Queen Cow Droppings was funny, and well, technically cow droppings is food for plants. A long-used way for fertilizing soil for farmers with a herd of cows. Why buy manure for the field when they can use their own? That's very, very true. Very, very true. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Gosh,
a really skeezy car salesman or a creepy politician. I'm sure we're gonna get to him very soon. I could just be a jerk and give him a Bostonian accent.
I was gonna say like maybe a nasally accent.
Maybe I can talk like this. All right, let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
You comfy?
Yep.
I got water.
Okay.
Well, Miss Claire, Miss Lily, welcome to my humble abode. Wes Thomas, the head of the Thompson barony, greeted us three with a smile. He was younger than Dole Whip and a bit pudgier. The Thompson manor couldn't measure up to the Francois estate, but was large beyond the means of a lower-ranked noble. The interior was decorated with gaudy artwork that reeked of Novellia rich taste. What Salad acted the role of aristocrat as he used the parlor down the hall, prattling about which piece of art, whose masterpiece, and how many millions of golds it had cost. Claire and Lily cringed all the while. Well now, what sort of business do you wish to discuss today? He's gonna, it's gonna be so fun. Wedge asked Claire as we all sat down. He never looked at me properly, assuming I was nothing but their servant. I mean, true enough, but that's not the point. Well, actually, I've been appointed to the King's Secret Service, Claire said. Yes, I heard. What a wonderful achievement to be appointed at such a role as a woman. Oh. Okay, he's already, like, annoying. He said, so he's well connected enough to have heard the news. Let's see here.
Let me adjust this a little
Yeah, go ahead and adjust it. We've come to investigate the Thompson Manor. Well, that's concerning, isn't it? Wedge conspiracy winced. Don't tell me you think some manner of illegal affairs have been conducted in this house. I mean... we have our suspicions enough to... we have our suspicions enough to warrant investigation. Well, he says that. He sounds just like a freaking Southie. This certainly isn't what I expected to hear from an intelligent girl like you, Miss Claire. Which said as he exaggerated his gesture seemed to suggest Claire's words bordered on slander. Let's see here. We hardly enjoy this. If you've nothing to hide, Baron Thompson, then please cooperate with investigation. Fine then, investigate whatever you like. Wedge chuckled. His countenance was confident as if he silently dared us to find anything. Now then, can you please show us documentation of your finance for the past years? Of course, ma'am. I will retrieve them from the safe. Please wait here. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Wedge rang the bell to call a servant and gave him some orders. The servant, an older man, glanced at us for a moment but said nothing and nodded before leaving the room. Please enjoy some refreshments while you wait. Oh, thank you, said Lily. No, thank you. We haven't come to make... Oh, no, thank you. We haven't come to make a social call, Claire said, sharply interrupting Lily, who had looked excited. Lily just wants some...
so she said no thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so she won't take
Lily said yes, but Claire's like, no. I hope again that Lily wasn't neglecting her cardinal duties. Don't say that. Did you say Baromer had a company now? It's called Frater. They make the most wonderful treats. The main restaurant is in Alps, where they recently opened a branch in the capital. I very much doubt they could outdo Gourmet.
What is it? The name of it?
Frater.
Frater, okay.
Frater. I'd call it Frater in my actual, like...
Oh, okay.
That's how I would say it normally, but, you know...
You try for yourself and see. I think the work at least as good as Brome's, and their flavors are more complex than average than the maid can devise.
Wedge said. As if on cue, the maids brought out trays with teapots and ramekins.
This creme brulee of Fred Hair's most popular dish. I don't believe many people in the capital tried it yet.
I have tried creme brulee before. She made it for me.
Claire! Claire was telling me with her eyes she was rapidly losing interest. You, what? No. Freda's creations are completely unlike anything an amateur can concoct. Please just try it. He is so obnoxious. What salad had probably intended to use this creme brulee to win this over, never imagining Claire's servant can already have made it. Not that I cared, but he really could take every opportunity to insult me, huh? And he seemed to be the only person in the room who didn't notice Claire's mounting irritation. If you insist, then I suppose I will try it. Claire lifted a spoon and made contact with me. Just for a moment, I nodded. We had already discussed in advance that I would cast an antidote magic on any food ordered during our investigation. I mean, I had to be very careful.
That's what I was thinking of. He keeps offering them food and really wanting them to eat this food.
And the problem is, like, we've already had a poison incident once.
Yeah.
So
once I confirmed my magic had been applied, Claire carefully took a bite of the creme brulee. Well, it's not bad, she said.
It's delicious.
Lily exclaimed, surprise and excitement written on her face. It's exquisite. I can't even with that. It's exquisite, isn't it? I was so surprised when I came upon it. My wife adored Gourmet, but now she can't get enough of Fratner. Fratner's prices are far more reasonable as well.
Still, how do you prefer the creme brulee my maid makes for me? Claire demanded with uninterested voice.
This brought Wedge Salad's excited chatter to a halt. His face went white. How could that be? How could that be? Did he try to poison her? I'm so paranoid AF now.
Ray can make it better than this?
Lily boggled. Why, yes, Ray, please. Claire offered me a bite of the creme brulee on a spoon.
You do realize this means we'll be sharing an indirect kiss.
Ooh,
she can't help herself!
Of course not.
How shameless. That's enough. Just try it. As you say, I took a bite with hesitation. Then I dramatically licked the spoon clean.
Okay, Ray.
I mean, I had to properly sample the flavor.
Of course.
Not enough cream. I imagine they added too much milk. What? And the sugar on top isn't properly caramelized. I think whoever made this worked from a perfectly good recipe, but they need more practice. You? What would you know? Baron Thompson, I apologize for my poorly mannered servant, and yes, I agree with her appraisal, Claire said in a calm voice. Oh, I didn't mean to criticize you, Miss Claire. Wedge Salad switched to the appeasing voice, but his eyes couldn't hide his irritation. This was getting tense. Still, I was happy I recognized the creme brulee's recipe. He had found it in Alps. Frater, and it was a good name for a restaurant. While I complimented this, a knock on the door. The old servant returned, holding a stack of papers. Now, let's take a look. With refreshments cleared away, Claire took a stack of papers. I reached for the accounting books, trying to memorize what I saw. Let's see here. Miss Claire, you may have been appointed to the Secret Service, but you can't expect me to show my family's finance to a mere servant. Bro, she's proud of it, too.
Cannot.
Wedge complained, and I opened his ledgers. She's a member of the Secret Service herself. Did you not hear that three were new introduced? The servant! Wedge's eyes rolled in agony. Is there a problem? No, please excuse me. Very well then, Ray. Get started. Yes, I began the ledgers grateful. I can count on Claire to come through for me. Well, theoretically based on medieval Europe, the fact that the world of revolution had been designed by Japanese game developers in the 21st century meant that the elements of Japanese culture could show up when you least expect it. I know such elements. I looked through the Baron Thompson's ledgers. The financial statements used double-entry bookkeeping. I'll spare you the details, but suffice to say, the 21st century Japan used the exact same system of accounting. And a lucky thing, a ledger in the actual style of Middle Ages would have been Greek to me. How's it going? I trust you're not finding anything out of the ordinary, Wedge Salad said, his smile dripping with smug confidence. We have learned a great deal. Oh, never mind. Now it's right. We have learned a great deal. I answered instead of Claire. Oh, have you now? Despite having learning my Secret Service office status, Wedge clearly had no intention of being polite to me. It actually made things easier. For example, the Thompson family has been in dire financial straits for the past few years. Indeed, our territory's harvest has been very poor the last few seasons, which left us in quite a strained position. Wedge shook his head as if to convey what headache it had been. And yet somehow, you're able to afford luxurious furniture and purchase expensive desserts.
Lily!
Oh, Miss Lily, you may not understand this that you live in a church, but nobles use things like furniture and treats to evaluate each other. If an aristocrat lowers the quality of their lifestyle, they lose respect with their peers. Is that right? Are you just about finished? Are you just about finished? I don't have all day. I would like to ask you to conclude it if you're done. In other words, he wanted us out. Time for the real show to start.
Oh yeah, here we go. Buckle up.
Miss Claire? Are we really doing this? Yep, definitely. Fine then. Claire let a big sigh, but her determination showed through. I stood and produced a pill case decorated with the Francois insignia. Stand down, stand down! Do you not see this crest? Wedge stood at me, his eyes. What are you talking about? Who do you think you're talking to? You're in the presence of Clan Francois, the Minister of Finance. I'm well aware. Yes, she is the highest standing. Stand down, stand down! Wedge utterly bewildered and looked to Lily for help. You happen to understand what this is? I don't really get it either. I sighed. I suppose none of them had the frame of reference to understand my pitch-perfect Komono Mito impression. Miss Claire, is Ray all right? Asked Lily. I wasn't sold on this, to tell you the truth, but Ray insisted. Alas, even Claire was confused. How disappointing. Well, whatever, I said. Wedge, Salad, your window dressed your accounts, right? Excuse me? I mean, you cooked the books to make your financial situation look worse than it really was reporting business. He looked stunned. On what basis do you make of this accusation? I have your tax records as previously provided to Master Rod. The numbers in these books are entirely differ. West Salad underestimated us because we were girls. His prior confidence likely stemmed from the assumption that we wouldn't be able to read his ledger. Unfortunately for him, I had been a corporate drone in my previous life. In fact, I'd work in the financial auditing department.
So that's what she did for a living.
Is she Retsuko? Of a general trading company. In a world, reading ledgers was my specialty. The window dressing going on here was practically cute compared to the rampant corruption evils of Earth. I had no calculator with me, but as it turned out, Lily could do mental arithmetic in a flash. With her at my side, I reviewed the ledger top to bottom. What about Miss Claire, you might ask? What skills did she bring to the table? Why could it possibly ask an angel like her to trouble herself with such mundane work?
An angel like her.
Baron Thompson has been evading taxes, I said. He pocketed the unreported revenue, a common method of feathering the nest. I wrote down a number. This should be about how much he owes. Combined with the underpayment penalty, it's quite a bit. It would ruin you. When I showed him the numbers, Salad's face pale. How can you prove my tax records were not tampered with? We could always bring Master Rod here. Ha! That stopped him. Now then, Bear Thompson, would you care to explain? I admit it. Oh, okay.
He admits it?
I mean, he has a lot against him, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Wedge hung his head dejected and told us everything he'd done. I recorded his confession with the magical tool the king had provided me. What are you gonna do with me? We shall report our findings to the palace, and you will be questioned. Be prepared for the worst, said Claire. At least that's what I want to say, but there's a chance that you'll be pardoned if is there not. Wow, okay. Wedge Salad perked up as soon as Claire said those words.
Wedge Salad.
Not pardon, Miss Claire, I said. Offered a plea bargain. Yes, depending on the circumstances, your sentence may be reduced. I'll do anything! I'll tell you anything! His tune changed real quick!
Yep.
White Salad took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Right, what did you want to ask him? Right, the ledgers included some ambiguous entries that seemed to indicate secret payments made to high-ranking nobles. Who were the recipients of these funds? Claire nodded and turned to Wedge. Who did you funnel money to? That? Did you plan to let House Thompson fail to ruin your watch? Count Yale. Wedge said in tones. Count Yale.
Okay.
Wedge said in a tone of utter surrender. On a completely unrelated note, the condescendingly interrogationally powerful man she brought to his knees was a good look for Claire, kind of like an evil queen. Even now then, our strategy is basically this. We will investigate the minor nobles implicated by what Rod had found, offer them a plea bargain to return for information, and use that to find our next lead. Count Yale possessed far more wealth and influence than Baron Thompson, which brought us one step closer to Dole Whip and Salad. No, oh wait, isn't Salad also Salad? Salad is also Salad. Well, this guy's Wedge Salad.
Yeah, he's a Wedge Salad.
Or he could be Wedgie. Nah, he's food. Or salad.
Nah, he has to be food.
Or moldy salad, that's right. Thank you for cooperation, Claire said. The palace will contact you with further instructions. We'll put in a good word for you in the name of reducing your sentence. I'm ever so grateful for your generosity, Miss Claire, Wedge Salad said from where he prostrated himself on the floor. Before Claire, his arrogant, pompous air had all but disappeared. And with that, the case is closed, I said happily as we left.
Cute.
What was that charade back there? Claire demanded. Huh? How can I explain my pop culture reference?
Right.
There are a whole lot of servants in the mansion, right? I asked. Indeed. We can't keep the staff quiet. With someone as important as Miss Claire visiting and all the commotion, people might have gotten the impression something untoward was going on.
Oh.
I see. So you did have your reason then. Well, I might have pulled that reason out of my butt. I just wanted to play with Claire. We made good progress in our investigation after that. Arresting 10 corrupt nobles. News of activity spread fast, and nobles with something to hide rushed to conceal incriminating documents. However, ledgers couldn't be rewritten overnight, and we had findings from the investigation Rod had been conducting for years. Wow, for years, bro. For years. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But it was because that he underestimated them.
Yep.
They were able to get in there and handle this.
With my ability to sniff out a window dressing, their attempts to cover up their wrongdoings went to waste. Claire and Lily started to gain popularity among the commoners due to their work taking down corrupt nobles. That was when a problem occurred. I still haven't found every evidence leading to Master Dolop or my father. Lily mumbled as she organized documents in a private room. We were right by the palace. It was true. There were a couple times where I felt like we were almost there. We always ended up one step short. Dolop and Moldy Salad were being very careful. We'd even heard from one minority aristocrat that they tried to bribe him but found no evidence whatsoever to support their claim. That doesn't necessarily mean that our fathers are innocent, Claire said wryly. As we contemplated that, our spirits flagging for a moment, the door swung open. Yo, it looks like you're working hard.
It's Rod!
Is he gonna be annoying? Let's see. Master Rod. Thank you. Whoa, you look like you're in a bad mood, Claire. The investigation hit a dead end. Well, I figured as much. As the person in charge of investigation, until we were brought on board. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Now you're Ray. Rod understood the difficulties we faced. What if you just bit the bullet and spoke directly to Dolop and Moldy Salad? We have no evidence. Let's see here. No definitive evidence, but there's some circumstantial stuff. Besides, if his own daughters were to confront him, maybe he'd let something slip. I saw the logic in Rod's argument. More to the point, though, we lack the shred of any other ideas. Well, I'll let you guys decide for yourselves. Rod continued. I have my own work to do. Master Rod, what are you working on? Well, yes. Have you heard the two rumors plaguing the capital right now? Oh, those absurd tales? Claire scoffed at once, but I didn't know what he was talking about. One rumor is Miss Claire. Ray, how can you be so sharp and so utterly airheaded? I loved it when she scolded me. One rumor is about angry ghosts. The other is about Thane's birth. Lily offered.
Thane's birth.
Claire explained further. People have been saying that the spirits of the mountains are the proud, looking for corrupt nobles to punish, probably spread by the masses in reaction to the scandal we brought to light. Oh, that. It made me a bit nervous, but I held it in. The other rumor is that Thane isn't truly the king's child. I was wondering, actually, if Thane had another dad. I've been wondering that for a while, because also, like, would it be interesting if Thane's dad wasn't his dad? And that means that Rod would be the only, like, actual king's son. Well, no, I guess technically you, right? Is Yu's his daughter? Yeah, okay, so then we have two of the kids have the same dad, and one has a different mom. But then we could have one with a different dad. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see. This is his child. Ugh, commoners can be so deluded. She said deluded. Claire said angrily. I didn't know how she currently felt, but in the game she started out in love with Thane. It had been infuriating to hear people say such things about the person you liked. Setting aside the rumors about Thane, Rod said, looking uncharacteristically serious. There was a fact-documented incident of the mountain spirits lashing out in anger. Uh-oh. Is this like Avatar now? The last one? Really? The spiritual church call it Taboo Flame. Oh, you mean from Mount Cecil, the volcano? That's right. I mentioned earlier the academy baths were connected to the hot spring. The capital is located in an area of volcanic activity, and Mount Cecil was the volcano closest to the city. Mount Cecil erupted several hundred years ago, during the time when the capital suffered from rampant misrule. Rod said apparently the eruption had wrong devastation upon the city. Personally, I don't think we're in danger of something like that happening again. But it's made people anxious, so we're looking into it. What about rumors about Master Thane? Claire asked. I can't comment on that. If you want to know more, go ask Thane. Rod said evasively. That reminds me, Ray. Have you decided to accept my proposal yet? Nope, not at all. Ray! That's fine. I don't mind you playing hard to get. I mean, she's not even playing hard to get. She's just not interested.
She's playing disinterested.
She's just not interested.
Actually, she's not playing at all.
She's not playing at all. She's just not
interested.
I want to thank him. Or I want to ask him why he was so immature for his age. We're busy right now, Master Rod, and so are you. Please stop messing around. Okay. Anyway, regarding the rumors, so let me know if you hear anything else of interest. See ya! Rod said, moving to leave. Wait a second, Master Rod. I said, what is it? There's a small village at the foot of Mount Cecil, right? Yeah, there is. I knew he would know. He knew everything about the king's geography. The village was on the exact opposite side of the mountain from the capital. That village should be evacuated. Uh-oh. Why? If the volcano does erupt, they're right in the path of the lava. Rod stroked his chin. I see what you're saying, but I don't think they'll consent to being evacuated over a rumor about eruptions and angry spirits. Uh-oh. I suppose so. Well, I'll look into it. See ya! With another wave, Rod ducked out of the room. Right, you. Stop, Miss Claire. Remember we decided to put a pin in the marriage discussion? Yes, we did. Claire looked like she wanted to say more. She held her tongue, respecting my request. Ha! True love! I noticed that Lily was silent too. What is it, Miss Lily? She had a very serious look on her face. Well, it's nothing. It's clearly not nothing. You've gone pale. The taboo flame worries me. I wonder if the volcano will really erupt. There's no purpose to know. The spirits of the mountain are beyond human understanding. Well, that may be true, Lily said. In our record past, eruptions did terrible things. Shouldn't we prepare somehow? Cardinal Lily, the royal family and the nobles have plans in place for such events. Claire, please listen. Claire pointed out calmly. The capital stockpiles grain in case of poor harvest, and we keep troops and disaster relief squadrons ready to deploy in emergency. Even if the volcano does erupt, quite a lot can and will be done. Claire was correct, yet I knew it wouldn't be enough. After all, I also knew we didn't have much time until the volcano erupted.
Foreboding AF.
Hey, isn't that Master Thane? When we finally decided to call it a day, we saw Thane on our way back. He lingered alone in a courtyard right by the main palace gates, facing a painting by the royal family. Hello, Master Thane. What brings you here? Claire greeted him on behalf of us. Thane glanced over us somberly and looked back. I was looking at the portrait of my mother, he said. I followed his gaze to the portrait of former Queen Lulu. I like the Queen Lulu's name. I like Lulu. That's a pretty name.
Yeah.
Lady Lulu is beautiful. This painting doesn't do her justice. Though it does capture the way her inner beauty shone through, Claire said. She wasn't just playing Thane's lip service. The former queen really was exquisite. Her silver hair shone, her ethereal red eyes captivated. I'd never dare say something so proper out loud, of course, but she made me think of a courtesan, heartbreaking and fragile. The Bear Kingdom had gained stability when Lulu became queen, and she was remembered as the country's radiant savior. Unlike Queen Mushroom, who was tied closely to the church, Lulu had come from an Alpatian background. She had helped the Bear Kingdom establish an alliance with the Alps that allowed them to successfully drive back the Nora Empire. My mother wasn't just beautiful, she was also kind. Thane said sadly, not taking his eyes away from the portrait. You loved her so deeply, Claire said. As Dole Whip's daughter, she visited the castle from a young age and shared memories of the former queen. Yeah, but I don't remember her very well, Thane said in a self-depreciating way. Queen Lulu had been able to recover from Thane's birth. Oh, that's so sad! Leaving her bedridden. I wonder if she hated me. Impossible! What mother could hate her own child? But her life ended prematurely because of me. In her final years, she could barely get out of bed, let alone go to social events she loved so much. According to the game's character guide, Queen Lulu had loved high society life with its parties and events. She had been right at home with the palace, surrounded by noble schemes and plots. They understood being bedridden had deprived her of these joys, and in a sense his sentiment was understandable. This may be hard for men to understand, but a woman's child is always special to her, Claire said in an attempt to confront Thane. Unfortunately, she was just repeating platitudes. I knew some mothers found themselves unable to love their children. Not that I was going to bring up the inconvenient truth in front of Thane. It wasn't clear if Claire's words actually provided Thane any comfort. He continued to stare at the portrait of Lulu with his usual solemn expression, and we fell silent for a moment. Master Thane, I think what Miss Claire has said is correct. Lily offered a lifeline, or maybe she just couldn't stand the silence anymore. My father once told me that Lady Lulu loved the princess in an extraordinary way. Who? Stella said that. Lily nodded. He said that Lady Lulu especially doted on Master Thane because you weren't born healthy. I wondered about that too, because he seems pretty frail.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that checks. Thane had been a very difficult delivery for a number of reasons. Lulu hadn't just wound up bedridden. The prince had also been born premature. Oh, Thane! We're the same, my dude. He had often been sick as a child. That thankfully did not happen.
Okay.
It seems you might have understood each other, Claire said. I felt the same way, but one of the people involved had already passed. The truth was lost forever. Thane didn't respond. He was normally a quiet person, but he was especially quiet today. Wait a second. Master Thane, are you here because of the rumors spreading around town? Ray! Huh? So you heard them too, huh? Master Thane, please pay no heed to idle rumors spread by commoners, Claire said. Yes, that's right, Lily chimed in. But the king is often distant with me. He treats me differently than he does Rod and you. Thane's voice was flat and bitter. I used to think it was because I was unworthy of my rank. But the rumors are true. That would explain a lot. Master Thane, Claire said carefully. I can't. It's not like me to vent like this. If you find a suitable confidence, we're happy to listen. I appreciate that. But in the end, I am a prince. Someone in line for the throne cannot behave like this. It's the duty of the king's subjects to support him, Claire pointed out. Yes. If I were to become king, I'm sure you would be very helpful, Claire. Thane finally gave us a rare smile. It didn't happen often, which made it all the more powerful. Miss Claire, are you getting all googie-eyed? googly-eyed about? Did you forget you have me?
Oh.
I said, unfiltered, proving myself again, incapable of reading the room.
Oh no.
Googly-eyed? Just what are you suggesting?
Oh.
Well, you look like you're missing your half, right? That's the first I've heard of it. You're all perverts, a lot of you. Oh, you're all perverts, a lot of you. Cardinal Lily, hush! Should I call them perverts?
Oh my god.
Lily gets better and better, okay? I'm sorry. She's not sorry. The somber mood evaporated as we squatted each other. Watching you guys makes my worries feel silly, said Thane. I'm sorry if I caused you concern. I'll be fine. I wasn't even that worried, I retorted. Ray! Claire scolded. Master Thane, if there's anything we can do, please let us know. I can't do much, but I'll do anything I can. Thanks, Thane said and left. Was he really alright, I wondered? He's really hurting, I murmured. You're so daft! If Master Thane wasn't such a kind person, your head would be on a chopping block right now. Well, I wouldn't talk like that to just anyone, unlike Miss Lily. Oh, never mind. Everyone's like, it's getting confusing.
Oh.
Well, I wouldn't talk like that to just anyone, unlike Miss Lily. I said, doing my best to lighten the mood. Huh? Yes, I worried for Thane, but Claire came first. I had to do everything I could to keep the mood light, so Miss Claire wouldn't be tempted to conceal her feelings. Such was the path I chose. We knocked on the door, as plain as the owner's personality. Who is this person? Oh, okay.
Who has a plain personality?
Apparently, they're in Salus's office. Hang on, I gave him such a gruff voice. Okay. Is that him or hang on?
Okay.
It must be him.
Okay.
Okay, we knocked on the door as plain as the owner's personality. Welcome, please enter. Excuse us. Claire led the way, followed by Lily and me. We were visiting the office of Moldy Salad Lilium, Chancellor of the Bear Kingdom. The first thing I noticed in Moldy Salad's office was the infinite number of glass-blown items. A variety of decorated in the shelves of his desk, ranging from paperweights to strange devices to large construction of some kind. Is this blown glass? No, it's ice.
Oh.
Moldy Salad said at his desk, writing something. It doesn't melt, courtesy of my ice magic. According to the extra game material, Moldy Salad had a medium aptitude in the water tribute magic. It wasn't very good in combat, but I read something about his specialty being more on the mental manipulation side of things. It's a hobby, I'm not especially good, but sometimes people purchase my work, though they usually are more interested in who made it for the craftsmanship. He was being modest. I saw some exquisite pieces in the collection. We can skip the formalities. You're here because I'm a suspect of fraud, correct? Moldy Salad showed no sign of shame or anxiety. In fact, he wore a smile! Oh, that's not great. He was right, too. We decided to take Rod's suggestion to try speaking to him directly, though we didn't have any high hopes of success, largely because we'd already failed at trying the same thing with Dole Whip right before we came here. Claire, I really thought you were smarter than this. Oh, that's a flashback. We didn't actually get to see the encounter. Boo! I wanted to mess with Dole Whip. He'd said we left his office. I'd known him to be a liar, but Claire's expression had become complicated, to say the least. She remained subdued since our meeting with Dole Whip. Instead, Lily took the initiative. Father, be reasonable, she chattered. Lily, not so loud. What part of me is being unreasonable? The entirety of you? Moldy Salad asked with confidence to spare. He rose slowly from his chair and stood there before the three of us. There has been some testimony from the nobles friendly with you, Father. You have asked them for bribes. Is that so? And where is the evidence? Don't play dumb. Do you know how many people have testified against? So you don't have any evidence? Moldy Salad's voice was soft but powerful. Can we search your quarters? I asked. You're welcome to, but any documents related to the government are off limits. We've been granted full authority to investigate. Authority to conduct a financial audit, yes. Records related to the matter of government can only be accessed by the order of the House Lords. You are not authorized to view them. Ugh, he knew how to corner us. Legally speaking, anyway. Whatever, you're able to show us is fine then, I said. Please allow us to examine your ledgers. Of course. We spent some time examining his books, but no matter how closely we scanned them, we found no discrepancies whatsoever. His accounts were immaculate. Disgustingly so. Let's see. May we examine the safe? A solid-looking safe sat next to his desk. You may not. It contains confidential information relating to the government and foreign policy. You expect us to believe that? If you don't, feel free to go acquire the necessary permission to view those documents. He didn't budge. With no direct evidence suggests Moldy Salad's guilt, we were out of ammo for the time being. Father, I'm hurt. Lily suddenly said we were about to leave. It's true we have no real evidence, but after all the research we've done, we know you've conducted yourself corruptly. Oh, Lily! Let's see here. This is what you call a false accusation.
No matter how you deceive us, you cannot deceive the eyes of the spirits. Eventually you will be judged, and I will pray you are able to confess to your crimes before that happens, Father.
Lily.
Goodbye.
Lily's done with him. Lily started to leave the room and we followed her.
Wait!
Molly Salad called out,
Lily, I hope you remember one thing.
Uh-oh. She looked back at him, unsure of what to expect.
Prayer alone gets nothing done. If you wish to succeed, you must get your hands dirty.
Is that what you have done, Father?
Something of the sort.
But Moldy Salad hesitated.
Lily, you are a pitiful child.
Oh.
I wouldn't understand his meaning until it was too late.
What do you mean too late?
If anything happens to Lily, I will be pissed. Sometimes I don't like Ray's foreboding, letting us know what's going on, and sometimes I appreciate it. I'm worried about her. I'm very worried about her. In the end, it turned out exactly how Rod said it would. Claire said. She was right. It was like cutting the tail off a lizard. It's so frustrating to get this far, so have no evidence.
I feel the same.
Claire and Lily were both earnest people with fathers who they were beginning to accept committing crimes. No wonder they were anxious. It's not like we're out of leads, I said, and they both looked at me. Do you mean the nobles? No, we never catch Dolp and Moldy Salad that way. I already knew that for a fact, and I also know what we need to do. I think we should try and reach out to the Resistance. The Resistance? Claire repeated. Lily went silent. They both looked at me questioningly. The Resistance, or in other words, revolutionaries. Both their faces went white as they stared at me stunned. Claire and Lily belonged to the privileged class. Any revolutionaries were their natural foe.
Have you gone mad? I cannot be involved with those people.
Claire exclaimed. I agree. Then wait here, both of you, and I'll go alone.
She's going on her own.
You're part of my household. Do you really think that the revolutionaries would meet with you, knowing that?
Yes, I do, I said. It looked like she wanted more explanation, but I shook my head. Anyway, leave the rest to me.
You can't. I won't forgive you.
Miss Claire.
It's too dangerous.
What if something happens? I'll be okay, I said. But I could tell she wasn't convinced. What had gotten into her? Well, let's see.
Well, how about this? Let's go to the Resistance with the aim of negotiating ways to avoid violence down the line. We can discuss the corruption amidst the nobility and their...
Yeah. Are those people even capable of a civil conversation? I don't think we need to worry about the kidnapping us. They're still a small organization. A real revolution is still a far-off dream. Claire didn't answer, so I went on. We may be connected to nobility, but we're also working to hold corrupt nobles accountable for their crimes. I don't think the Resistance will flat out refuse to talk to us.
So, you think the people will have proof that our fathers are corrupt?
Lily, unlike Claire, sounded interested in the plan.
Cardinal Lily, we aren't even sure if our fathers are guilty yet.
I will guarantee that they are definitely involved, I said. How can you be so sure? I'm sorry, Miss Claire. I can't explain why not yet. Ray! Miss Claire, let's trust Ray.
Cardinal Lily, you...
My father said himself, if you want to succeed, you must get your hands dirty.
Lily said. She let out a forced laugh. Although, I don't know why he called me pitiful. I want my father to pay for his crimes. If he cannot surrender his own, then I will find the evidence. Everyone would be judged for their crimes eventually. We found ourselves in a slum, in a short distance from the capital. Two stout men stood before the entrance of the battered, ramshackle building. Claire and Lily and I observed from a distance.
Are you sure you don't want to turn back?
Claire asked. We've already come this far.
Yes, that's right. We even have disguises.
Oh my god, they have disguises! Lily said. We changed out of our school uniforms. We were confident we could defend ourselves if we had to. We didn't want the Resistance to be wary of us if we caused commotion. So we donned peasant clothing, pretty old clothing at that. We also had hoods covering our eyes to make our age less obvious.
I wish I could see them.
I wonder if they have a picture.
I wonder. No.
That's I bet the manga will.
Yeah.
I mean, the manga obviously will.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay, let's go. Wait, Ray. Ugh!
Let's go, Miss Claire.
We started to approach the building. Excuse me, I called to the men at the gate who looked at me suspiciously. Up close, one was tall and brandished a sword on his waist. The other was short and stout and held something that looked like an axe. They both looked well versed in conflict. What is it? No kids allowed here! We have business with the chief. It's an emergency. I told you, no kids allowed. Go home, the tall one said threateningly. I guess we weren't going to be able to get in the front door, but I had a trick or two up my sleeve. How are the Lester siblings, I asked. You. Where did you hear that name? The guard's face suddenly went white. Are you going to let us see? Oh, are you going to let us see Arla? The guards went quiet for a moment. Hey, how do you know the chief's name? Let's see. Shut up. You make sure these kids stay put. I'll ask the chief. The tall guard said, disappearing into the building. Hey, Ray, what's going on? Have you met these people before? No. And how have you read off their names? Miss Claire, sometimes women have secrets. This is no time for a joke. The guard returned. The chief will see you enter. Thank you very much. We only went through the gate, locked behind us. Hey, Claire said. Miss Claire, it's fine, but please trust me. I will.
Claire didn't look happy about any of this, but she listened, at least for now. She looked ready to burst at any moment. I had to be careful in more ways than one. The inside of the building provided cleaner and more organized than anyone could ever imagine from viewing its exterior. First, only the bare minimum in terms of furniture. It still met the standard of commoner towns. We proceeded to the hallway from the gate, in the farthest back room. Chief, this is them. Thanks. A tall woman. With drab, loosely pulled back blonde hair turned to us. Her entire body was covered in burned scars. Oh my gosh. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but first, let me have you remove your hoods, she said with a thin smile. This burn-riddled woman was Arla Luster. She stared at us with icy eyes, and even Claire, usually uncowed, shrank a bit under the pressure. But as we were told, we removed our hoods. Arla's expression changed slightly. Do you understand where you are? The right wing of the commoner movement, I said. We know this is headquarters of the resistance. Where did you hear that? Arla asked. From nobody. Please rest assured that none of your members betrayed you. You expect me to believe that? I need you to believe me, Arla Manuel. The second I said that, I felt a small pain in my throat. Ray! Ray! Claire and Lee said in unison. They both drew their magic wands, and I held up my hands to stop them. A sword appeared and point pressed to my neck. Arla moved so fast, I didn't even see her draw her weapon. Why do you know my family's name? She was unnerved now, I could tell. I cannot tell you that. However, I know almost everything about you. I know what you're doing and what you're going to do. If you know that much, do you think you're going to get out of here alive? Do you have a death wish? No, we can't propose a transaction. A transaction. Can you please lower your sword? It makes it difficult to speak. At that, Arla stared at me for some time, but she finally let out a deep sigh and lowered her sword. I will listen to what you have to say. After that, I'll decide whether or not I let you live. Thank you very much. I succeeded in getting Arla to the negotiation table, but the hard part was yet to come. I know you like the funding in your activities, I said. I will give you 2 million gold. Oh, really? And will you require such funds? You needn't worry about the source in return. I want you to tell me where I can find proof of infidelity between the late Queen Lulu and Chancellor Moldy Salad! Oh, shoot. Hold on. Does that mean that Moldy Salad could maybe be Thane's dad? Oh, hell. Oh, hell.
And then he'd be related to Lily.
Well, that would explain it. Because if we look at appearance-wise, Lily and Thane have light-colored hair. Does Lily have red eyes, too?
I don't remember.
Oh, Snapple.
Oh, Snapple.
What are you? How much do you know? As I said, I know almost everything. Infidelity between my father and the late queen? What are you saying, Ray? Lily cried, unable to contain herself. Well, so you're Cardinal Lily. That must mean you're Ray Taylor, correct?
Huh? Let me drink some water.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Arla smirked, as if to say gotcha. Spare us the poor acting, I said. You knew exactly who we were the moment we removed our hoods. I mean, Lily is quite obvious, and Claire even, because of her eyes and hair color.
Yeah.
Actually, no joke. When we saw Lily, I thought she did look like she was really thin because of her light hair.
Oh.
But I was like, well, it's anime, and sometimes they just do that, you know?
They just have that kind of hair color, yeah.
Arla clicked her tongue and called her bluff. And Miss Lily, I said, I'm afraid Master Moldy Salad had an affair with the late queen. The result of the affair was Master Thane. What? In other words, rumors about Thane were true. He was the child of the late Queen Lulu and Moldy Salad, making him and Lily half-siblings. The proof? Moldy Salad, Thane, and Lily all shared silver-haired and red eyes. Yeah!
Oh, there you have it. She has the red eyes.
You figured that much out without any evidence. Yes, but you know we're such evidence, don't you, Arla? Why would you say that? Because you started the rumor spreading throughout the streets about Master Thane. It seems you really do know everything. Arla chuckled, raising both arms in surrender. Does that mean you also know who I am? Yes, then let's hear it. You are Arla Manuel, firstborn daughter of former Count Manuel, former tenant of Moldy Salad. Oh, the plot thickens more!
His former attendant.
I said. Arla's only response was ironic laughter. Explain yourself, Ray, Claire demanded. I want to know, too. Would you like to explain, Arla? No, I'll answer any questions you might have, but you do the talking. Very well, then, I said. First of all, as I just said, this is Arya Manuel. She's a daughter of Count Manuel, who is a close confidant of Moldy Salads. You mean the Count who went bankrupt about 10 years ago? You know about that, Miss Claire? Of course, Claire said. I'm a noble. Made it our business to know fortunes and powers of other nobles. Really? Claire and Lily both belong to nobility, but the differences between the purebred aristocrats and Alexis City nobility always ended up making itself apparent. Count Manuel was well known and well liked. Claire continued. My father said he was well known for his honesty to his stealings.
Then why did such a person go bankrupt?
Much like the people we've been investigating, he was found to be using shady accounting practices.
You call that shady accounting?
Arla cried out, judging by her expression. She immediately regretted it. Claire looked surprised at Arla's outburst, but she continued. When Count Manuel's corruption came to light, it caused a huge scandal. No one could believe it. In actuality, I said, Moldy Salad, framed Master Count the Count, Moldy Salad made him take the fall to protect himself, and made him one of the lizard's tails, if you will.
But why is a daughter of a former noble working with the resistance?
Hatred for Moldy Salad, by extension... Oh, never mind, that was her. Never mind, whatever, doesn't matter. By extension, the entire aristocracy. Perhaps I looked at Arla? That's right, she answered in a low voice.
My father was a gentle, honest man, and the other nobles knew it, and yet they abandoned him at Moldy Salad's words. Such a world shall not exist.
What was when you made up your mind? Arla asked. She noted slowly. Revenge won't solve anything, Claire said.
Are you speaking from experience, girl? I don't care about revolution. The only thing I want to see is the streets run red with noble blood.
Oh, there it is.
She said with a cold chuckle. I'm sure I sound naive to you, but I'm not giving up on my ideals, Claire declared. Claire and Arla were both right. They were both wrong. The world wasn't black and white, only shades of gray. Even so, thirst for revenge alone wouldn't propel the resistance to succeed. Where's Irvine? I asked.
You know my brother too? He's out fundraising today. We need money.
Arla's younger brother Irvine oversaw the resistance's finances. If Arla gave the movement the heart and soul, Irvine gave it brain. Together the siblings would eventually be the spark that set the revolution all alight. Let's get back on track, I said. I think your father told you where to find evidence on Moldy Salad's infidelity, Arla. How about it? This was the question I'd come here to ask. In one round of the game, the protagonists investigated Moldy Salad for proof of corruption, much like they were doing now. But the exact nature of proof you could require was randomized from one run to the next. The variables only locked in after the player had this talk with the resistance.
Cash first. I won't talk until I see the cash.
I guarantee you'll get the money. I will transfer it from XX in the usual way.
Your XX?
XX was a mysterious patron from whom Irvine regularly received large donations. The real identity was not me, actually. I'll get to that later, although you may figure it out from hearing Irvine's name. No, I said, but they're a friend of mine.
If you're truly a friend of XX, I'll tell you.
Arla sighed. I believe it's in the safe in his office.
Yeah, of course it is.
However, no one can open that safe except for Moldy Salad. She said to tell us we just wasted our time. Is it in the safe? Thank you very much. Wait a second. So you know what's in the safe, but you don't know how to open it, Claire said.
So we're right back to where we started?
Lily added. No. I said, this is all we needed. Wait, are you sure? It's okay, Master Claire. As long as I know we have evidence, it's there, we can figure it out. Are you asking me to trust you again? Yep. I hope I've given you enough reason to do so. We were done here. Claire looked ready to explode, and Lily looked frightened. We needed to bid Arla farewell and take our leave. As we turned to go, however, Arla called out to me. Ray, Taylor, are you not interested in joining the resistance? Ridiculous. How can you ask such a question? The answer is no. Claire bursted out. I was asking Ray Taylor. Arla responded. I speak for Ray. Settle down, Miss Claire. Let's have an argument in a better place and time, I sued. This isn't a joke. Claire looked like she had more to say, but I turned to Arla. My answer is no. And why is that? Did being adopted by nobles make you acquire a taste for luxury? Not at all. In that case, Arla started. I held up my hand to stop her mid-sentence. All of me belongs to Miss Claire, and if Claire decides to join the revolution, then I will reconsider. Ray. Claire smiled relieved. I wanted to hug her. I see. You may regret this, Arla said. I won't. We said our goodbyes and left the resistance hideout. Claire and Lily seemed despondent, probably still viewing this as another dead end. But I knew we had a lot to do. We knew how to find evidence. Time for the next step. Everything was going according to plan. I feel like everything's going according to plan for now.
For now, yeah. Well, this is only
not the game.
Well, yes, this is not the game, and this is only the second book out of 5. So there's a lot of time, and there's still like a slightly smaller manga distance to the end of this story.
There is.
So I do expect that the story would end up by the end of this book.
Yeah.
I would expect, and then they could move on to a new story.
Yeah,
but
I
at
agree.
the same time, like, yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is there's plenty of time for
There's
things
a
to
lot
go
of time
wrong.
to go. And again, we have Ray telling us, like, hey, this is gonna happen, right? So the fact that something's gonna happen to Lily makes me very quite not happy about that.
Right.
And I know that Ray's main objective is to save Claire, but I really hope she'll also save Lily too, because that would just be really devastating, especially because now we know Thane has a little sister.
Yeah.
And, or actually, no, wait, is Lily older than Thane? We don't know.
Huh. Not sure.
We're not sure, but anyway, there's another sibling,
Yeah.
right, to consider here. And this is a huge scandal, right? I mean, it's huge, and I should know there's no coincidences in this stuff, but I was like, well, you never know, right?
Right.
So now we have a huge scandal, and the scandal's brought to light, especially with the late, which sucks because it's Thane's mom, right?
Yeah.
Which it's had, right? Because they have the evidence. This has so many ways it could go wrong, right? I don't think the king knows, which obviously that's not great. It's not great because it puts Lady Lulu in a bad light. Also, Lady Lulu, why? Moldy Salad is such an asshole. Like, he's absolutely the worst.
Yeah,
which is why he sounds like this.
What situation there was back then, though.
We don't.
And if he was like that then, I mean, I would think so.
Lily in a bad light. It puts the church in a bad light.
Yeah.
It's so many bad things could happen here. So, not great. Not great. I really hope that they can make a deal with this jerk so we don't have all this unfortunate things happen, right? Because there's a lot that could happen here, and a lot of it's really bad. Like, great, you have evidence. Oh, great, you have some evidence. It's a Thane's in a bad light too. That means that's bad. So Thane is not related at all to the king, at all. So woo. And of course,
This story seems to have an ongoing theme of it's not what it seems, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
In this case, I don't like that.
It keeps you really interested.
Yeah. We have a lot of things in effect here, and essentially this can affect a lot of people's lives. And this is not a video game anymore. This is actuality, but Ray doesn't know that yet. So I don't know what she's gonna do with this information. I have an idea of how she might get at the safe. I'm sure there's a way you can use magic to unlock it, depending on what kind of safe it is. You know, also this is still like technology from like 21st Japan, so it very well could be a more technical safe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways I could go with it, but I'm worried because this is a really huge on multiple fronts. Bad for Lily. It's bad for Thane. It's bad for the kingdom.
Yeah.
So that being said, Rod would be king by default.
Yeah.
He is the only.
That's true.
I mean, because obviously you doesn't care about that. She's got other things she wants to do. But it would have been so cool to see you be, you know, the queen or the girl king. I would love to see that too. But it feels like now she's got to live her life. You know, hopefully Misha with her as well. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be some scandal for sure.
Yeah, that was quite something to uncover.
Yeah. Because it affects so many people, not just Salad.
Yeah, well now we had a story of you being more than meets the eye, and then we had a story of Thane being more than meets the eye. What about Prince Rod? Is he going to get a story?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have, obviously Rod is the king's son. So I don't know, like, in order, because obviously we know that we have a different mom for you, and we know Lady Lulu. Is that Rod's mom? Like, is there another woman? Like, I don't know. Because if you look at all of them, none of them look alike. The only one that looks close to the king, obviously, is Rod.
Yeah.
And sometimes siblings just don't look alike, but there's a vast contrast here. Hair color, eye color, everything.
Yeah.
I am wondering, too, if there's going to be something with Rod as well. Because I kind of feel like if the other two siblings, then, of course, maybe something with him, too.
Yeah.
The only thing of Rod is definitely related to the king. Absolutely. They look very much like each other. He looks like a young king.
A young version of the king.
Yeah. But I don't know, because now we had You Secret, now we have stuff going on with Thane. It's only a matter of time.
Thane's secret.
Thane's secret. It's Thane's secret now.
Does he know?
I don't think he thinks so. Like, he thinks the rumor's true.
Okay.
But he doesn't know.
So at this point he doesn't know. Okay.
He doesn't know, but he suspects.
Gotcha.
Because he's like, you know, things. Yeah, it sucks his mom is gone, because, like, she seemed like she's a very kind woman.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to get to know a little bit more about Queen Mushroom, just because, you know, she seems very vindictive. But I'm sure that'll come. I don't know what the story with Rod is going to be. I think right now his main thing is he wants Ray to marry him, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I wish he'd stop asking, because Claire's, like, pushing her to do it, because obviously to Claire, it's like, hey, this could be good for you for many reasons. You don't have to love him, but you can still, you know, and everybody's like, no, I can only marry you, Miss Claire.
Right.
Like, yes, please.
I mean,
Oh boy.
Well, we have until next time to mentally process this.
Yeah, I gotta mentally process this. This is a lot to take in.
It is.
Because it's not just a scandal. It's like the scandal so far. Because like the church is affected, the kingdom's affected, the princes are affected. Woo!
Yeah. Alright, well thanks so much for hanging out with us while we read this part
I'm
in love with the villainous. I know, I wanted to see them all dressed up to go into that area.
Oh yeah, what do you think of Artela?
Commoners.
I don't think it's the last we've seen of her.
She seems quite vindictive herself. Yeah. Alright, if you've enjoyed hanging out with us here and would like to chat in with us live, you can join our YouTube channel membership where we do monthly live streams. Look forward to connecting with you again soon, and we will be sending so much love. Till next time.
Laters!